All that footage has to be saved and put in the archives. Puff comes say, yo, man, get rid of that tape. I got 100,000 for you. You putting in your resignation the next day, they can't find the tape.
A string of problems involving the musician mogul have added gasoline to the fire of ongoing allegations and rumors. Gene Deal has released disturbing footage in which Diddy warns him not to divulge this shocking revelation.
By the time they come looking for it, it's already messed up and gone, and they don't know what happened to it. Why you can't find the tape of Big's murder at the Peterson Museum? Why you can't find the tape right outside the museum?
Who guarded Diddy at the height of his popularity has come forward with a never-before-seen film, which he claims Diddy specifically warned him to keep secret. The footage is alleged to contain damaging evidence that might further damage Diddy's reputation.
Missing. Why is the footage from Cassie missing? Why is the footage from Big missing? Because somebody paid somebody for something. Those people in that music business, they have friends that have friends. You understand? And they pay people to make it go away.
Scenes that imply dubious behavior and procedures within Diddy's inner circle are included in the tape, which allegedly depicts behind-the-scenes actions at numerous events and private gatherings. Some of the exchanges that were caught on film are said to be quite worrisome, since they may indicate that prominent celebrities and their associates engaged in improper or inappropriate behavior.
That's what people don't understand. I chose to. You understand? They want to make up the stories they want to make up. And that's what you get this internet. You got a lot of people making up stuff. But then when the stuff come true, they look stupid. They don't say nothing. They quiet as a church mouse.
Gann stated that Diddy had constantly cautioned him against sharing any material that may tarnish his reputation or reveal the details of his personal life. Allegedly, these warnings contained both verbal threats and implicit penalties. He asserts that he was under intense pressure to keep quiet, with Diddy's team apparently going to tremendous lengths to make sure that any potentially damaging information was kept secret.
You an enabler, or did you allow or see stuff that you're like, man, I ain't gonna jump in that? Go ahead.
Criminals do crimes with criminals. I've never been a criminal. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So now, if you're looking to answer something about Puff, Puff ain't the Puff. Puff had different phases of his life that y'all don't understand. And let's get down to the nitty-gritty of it. You understand? First you got Puff Daddy, who had Daddy's house and the parties and things like that.
Furthermore, after years of keeping these truths hidden, Deal has said that his decision to share the footage is driven by a desire for justice and transparency. He feels that the public has a right to know the truth about what really goes on behind closed doors in the entertainment industry. The Deal also revealed the network of people supporting Diddy in the entertainment industry. His revelations paint a worrisome picture of how authority and influence can be used to commit and cover up crimes in the entertainment industry. Deal claims he can no longer, in good conscience, withhold information that he believes is essential for holding powerful figures accountable. Disclosures target the close-knit community that is allegedly behind Diddy's questionable behavior. These may include a variety of people from the entertainment and music industries, including executives, fellow musicians, and even law enforcement. Employees.
Then you had Diddy. Then you had Brother Love, and then Love. I had Puff around the stage when he was Puff Daddy and Puff and some of Diddy. Not the new Diddy that they gave the diddler and everything like that. So he ain't the guy, he wasn't the guy that y'all see now back then when he was in Harlem. You understand? He was the guy that our crew chased down the street because he was trying to be a part of it and he ran. You understand? We brought him back, beat him, hit him in the head with cake spoon with champagne and all that.
According to the claim, a number of well-known music executives and producers have supported Diddy's actions. These powerful people in the business are accused of either ignoring Diddy's misconduct or actively participating in illegal activities with him. The serious implications of this accusation suggest that these executives have used their position of authority to protect Diddy from legal repercussions and maintain the status quo in the industry. Gann Deal's accusations cover a number of incidents in which Diddy's industry associates are implicated as major actors in a variety of wrongdoings. These charges range from financial transgressions to more serious accusations of coercion and abuse. Deal focuses a lot of his accusations on financial misconduct. He claims that Diddy's accomplices were instrumental in carrying out and hiding a number of financial fraud schemes, including money laundering and embezzlement. Deal claims that these actions allowed Diddy to amass and protect his wealth while dodging legal repercussions.
Not doing nothing that's gonna cost my livelihood. You understand? You're not gonna do anything in front of me to cost my livelihood. You understand? Now, have I seen a dude come up in the club and blow somebody's head off. I see the smoke running through the crowd trying to get to the lights.
Deal further alleges that members of Diddy's inner circle have participated in unethical behavior and coercive measures. These activities include instances in which bodyguards, including Deal, were purportedly ordered to harass or abuse those who endangered Diddy's reputation or commercial endeavors. One of the most shocking aspects of Gan Deal's revelations is the purported involvement of law enforcement officers. Deal claims that a number of law enforcement officials, including police officers, have colluded to protect Diddy from prosecution. Deal claims that some law enforcement officers have accepted bribes or other forms of payment in order to obstruct investigations, destroy evidence, or provide Diddy with insider knowledge. As a result of the alleged corruption, Diddy is allegedly immune to legal prosecution. The manipulation of inquiries is another important element. According to the agreement, Diddy can sway the results of criminal investigations such that charges are either dropped or never brought.
That the authorities came up with enough evidence to go into a judge by using the civil cases that has came upon him.
A key component of Genuine Deal's allegations is the entertainment industry's widespread culture of silence, which is maintained by allegiance and fear and has allowed Diddy and his cronies to act without facing repercussions. Non-disclosure agreements, several individuals who were close to or employed by Diddy are prohibited by NDAS from disclosing what they have witnessed. As noted by, have been vital in maintaining this culture of silence.
It's too much in the news. Like, listen here, bro. They don't want you to be always in the news in a negative form. There's people that's probably worse than Diddy, but they not always in the news in a negative form. And
with every statement that peels back the layers of pretense to reveal startling allegations, Diddy's revelations become more impactful, and we are left waiting for the next shocking revelation. Gan Deal has released unexpected footage from Diddy's CCTV cameras, hinting at a potential intensification of their conflict motivated by a desire for truth. This latest development in this unfolding drama may prove to be the most shocking and unsettling. The mystery surrounding Diddy's adoption of Ava Barron and her sudden departure from Thicom's household are explored in Revelation thus far. While initially Diddy's announcement of adopting Ava piqued interest, Jane has now revealed a more troubling aspect of the story. It is purported that Diddy treated AA poorly, raising questions about the Homeland Security raid and Hollywood's role in hiding Diddy's questionable behavior.
so because they used the civil cases and found that there was some criminal activity that may have been found at some one of those people who, like Cassie, Jonathan Odie didn't have a civil case against him, but Cassie, Jonathan Odie, and Lil Rob.
The process that is taking place. The Diddy saga continues to lead him into increasingly strange and unsettling territory. By now, most people are aware of the numerous accusations made against him, including the fact that Homeland Security raided his homes on the pretext of trafficking. However, amid all of this chaos, one important question remains. What has become of Diddy's adopted white daughter during the turbulent days of lockdown? It is likely that Diddy decided to adopt a white daughter without much public notice. Her existence was unknown to many, and the news of her adoption caught us off guard with its unexpectedness. We weren't aware of Diddy's identity's full significance or its wider ramifications back then. He was the subject of whispers, mostly concerning his guarded demeanor. I understand that some people have concerns about people who protect their personal lives, but that was completely his decision, and based on what we now know about him, it's undoubtedly disturbing. He had consensual relationships with younger men, so it wasn't really a concern for us at the time. Every legal action brought against him appears to reveal a different aspect of his personality. In particular, Cassie's lawsuit has brought to light his disturbing behavior, detailing instances in which he allegedly caused her physical and emotional harm. Lil Rod stepped up, claiming not only that they would meet, but also that they would try to introduce him to other industry figures like Cuba Gooding Jr. However, Things took a sharp turn when Homeland Security raided his homes in Miami and Los Angeles on charges of trafficking. This was a significant shift because prior lawsuits against him had been civil in nature and had no criminal implications.
They used the evidence that they had or the statements they made and convinced the judge that there was enough probable cause to go in there with a search warrant. But the way they did the search warrant and how they did it, man, I thought he was El Chapo or somebody.
Fans don't usually rally around such serious allegations unless there's a legitimate reason for concern after the raid. So Diddy's legal team strongly condemned the federal involvement, claiming it was an attempt to damage his reputation and unnecessarily stir controversy. The lawyer described the orchestrated media frenzy and sudden barrage of accusations as a witch hunt, and they emphasized that no criminal or civil liability had been established against Diddy, asserting his innocence and promising to vigorously protect his reputation from these unfounded claims. Investigations into these allegations are expected to unearth more information that may shed light on the circumstances surrounding Ava Baron Cohen, Diddy's adopted daughter. A federal officer emphasized their focus on specific and detailed trafficking allegations. They also made it clear that their actions are based on reliable information rather than arbitrary information, and that they do not randomly choose names.
As we finish off, you go, Justin.
My name is Justin, aka Just Glow. I'm a Capricorn, and I'm about that action, and I'm about raising money for the healthcare people, and we're just so blessed and thankful, and thank y'all for supporting us today. Yeah.
Diddy announced his adoption of a white girl named Ava on Instagram, Live in 2020. He encouraged Ava to introduce herself, which officially confirmed the adoption. At first, many people praised Diddy for his compassionate gesture, particularly during the pandemic when children needed support. However, over time, doubts about his motivations have surfaced, and the once heartwarming video now raises eyebrows for a number of reasons. Ava's introduction, which began with her zodiac sign drew comparisons to a dating profile, added to the strangeness of the situation. Observers noticed Ava's obvious discomfort, which made the situation more unsettling. Eventually, what had seemed like a kind gesture turned into something oddly confusing.
Yeah, everyone introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No, what's your last name? What's your other last name? Ava Veroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them.
The atmosphere it gave off drawing parallels between this adoption process and Madonna's arched eyebrows highlights the contentious adoption, but it wasn't the only reason for worry. Blended ASL and To Catch a Predator. The singer's own narrative, current reports, indicate that Madonna may have avoided the formal adoption process for her black children. Critics point out that she allegedly deceived parents with promises of a top-notch education in the U.S. in order to adopt the children without following through on her promises to return them after accusations of her involvement in human trafficking and child exploitation surfaced last year, as reported by the Ethiopian International World Federation charity organization.
I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, on the street, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me.
Diddy's plans for adoption have generated interest, especially since he includes a lot of footage of his sons, which makes viewers question why his daughters aren't there. Curiosity is piqued by Ava's stated desire to get in touch with Diddy's girls. Additionally, her seeming discomfort in the video has led to speculation regarding the surroundings she was in.
And decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with the kids.
Hey, but that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody. We want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids, and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron. Everybody's ever adopted Sandra Bullock.
Sources other than Diddy have raised concerns about his son's legal troubles have surfaced from sources other than Diddy. Even though Justin found himself embroiled in Lil Rod's legal battle while Christian pursued his own lawsuit, the most intriguing development was her abrupt disappearance after the infamous video. Although she was occasionally spotted with Diddy's twins, Jess and Delilah, Her presence seemed fleeting, and her absence from family media raised eyebrows despite Diddy's insistence on being referred to as Papa Combs by her. Given the controversy surrounding accusations of human trafficking and allegations that Diddy abuses women, there is now increasing interest in Ava's unusual quietness. Is Diddy in any way connected to her reluctance? Following revelations from Diddy's former bodyguard, suspicions have grown. In addition to accusing Diddy of abusing Ava, Deal also raised the possibility that Diddy may have utilized her for his own purposes before discarding her when she was no longer needed. Deal's vocal position has positioned him as a vigilant advocate, drawing greater attention to these alarming claims made against Diddy. Jane Diddy created an initiative to elicit sympathy from the public by saving a poor girl he saw during the pandemic and publicly showing compassion for her. But under the outward show of compassion, there were calculated theatrical performances performed for the cameras. Moreover, rumors about Diddy's alleged mistreatment of Ava, which he never publicly acknowledged, strongly implied that the industry was aware of his questionable behavior. Unfortunately, there is some truth to his insight about the industry's tendency to ignore misconduct. This troubling pattern is clearly visible in the frequent avoidance of responsibility by well-known individuals such as R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein. Cosby and Epstein, William the Cassie legal case also revealed how Diddy was supported by a group of people that approve of his behavior.
Relates to a homosexual vibe, or somebody saying something that's maybe seeing what they saying gay or homo, like no Diddy. Nah, don't even. I didn't do the no pause game. You understand? I'm definitely not going to do the no Diddy game.
According to reports, federal authorities are actively searching leads for footage, suggesting the possibility of unsettling revelations. Jane Deal's provocative remarks have sparked a passionate investigation into the hidden truths beneath the surface. His suggestion that Diddy has incriminating videos of AA suggests a more ominous reality, causing widespread unease. In the near future, authorities will thoroughly search all gadgets to find any unusual interest in pictures of girls, children, or related issues. Even though Diddy and his family were merely laughing and smiling, there is a significant deal of unease surrounding Diddy's decision to have his adopted white daughter reveal her adoption story. Concerns about Ava Barron's whereabouts are also common. Displaying her as if she were an object, it was obvious that she was uncomfortable in this circumstance. "I adopted you," Diddy said, just like Madonna. There are a lot of issues with the video, not the least of which is that it makes sick people feel afraid. It appears that Diddy's situation is more complex. Madonna is the focus of a child trafficking investigation and has been prohibited from visiting other countries. Furthermore, Gan Bargan, a resurrected stalwart bodyguard, has made explosive claims that Diddy and Jay-Z conspired with federal agents to sabotage a groundbreaking initiative that was supported by prominent black leaders like Suge Knight in the early 2000s. The initiative's goal was to establish a groundbreaking music distribution company held by the black community, encouraging black artists' unity and giving them power through ownership in the industry. Led by prominent figures like Suge Knight, Jay Prince, and Dame Dash, the ambitious venture ran into difficulties when Diddy and Jay withdrew their support and were rumored to have worked with white-owned distributors. This turn of events ultimately led to the venture's demise and brought the FBI deal's revelations under close examination, raising important questions about whether Diddy and Jay-Z really had anything to do with sabotaging a groundbreaking project that had the potential to revolutionize the music business. Their actions essentially killed a critical opportunity for black ownership and representation.
He ain't gonna bust a grape in a wine factory, but he don't have to.
Right. But I want to ask you, right? And I know you ain't signing. I know you ain't signing NDA, clearly. But did he make his artists sign NDAs and people that work for him?
Well, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these industry people, anybody who does business nowadays with the internet, they have NDAs, non-disclosure. That means that if you work for them, you around them, you can't disclose.
Some blame the slump in the New York rap scene on attempts to inhibit up-and-coming talent. Recent allegations made by Jane Deal suggest that Jay-Z and Diddy may have obstructed a significant industry push. Meanwhile, Irv Gotti has revealed that Suge Knight supposedly created a plan for a music artist union that would have provided essential assistance, such as healthcare benefits, to musicians from a variety of genres. Irv Gotti emphasized the value of a special partnership while pointing out the conspicuous absence of crucial benefits and protections for artists in the industry he supported. Suge Knight's aspiration, though allegations from Gan Deal imply that Jay-Z and Diddy may have interfered in this project, contributing to its ultimate failure. The vision presents it as an all-encompassing strategy to address persistent flaws in the music industry. These claims add to the growing controversy surrounding Diddy and Jay-Z, raising questions about their motivations and positions. By supporting the creation of a music artist union, Shane Knight offered the music scene a novel way to address pervasive business problems. His suggestion was to have record labels. Similar to Advances, labels incorporate artist union fees into recording budgets. Artists then cover these fees through album sales, securing essential benefits like healthcare and retirement benefits during the 2002 West Coast Hip Hop Festival. Peeklage Suge captivated the crowd with a stirring speech that delved deeply into the complex inner workings of large record labels. He highlighted the labels' frequently exploitative practices, especially their propensity to maintain control over artists. Masters of this technique, he noted, often rob artists of their legitimate compensation and artistic freedom. Comments emphasized the structural difficulties that artists face in a profession where power relations highlight individual conflicts. His appeal for coordinated action struck a deep chord, highlighting the necessity of teamwork in addressing these enduring problems. Prominent members of the music industry, like Diddy and Suge Knight, were directly challenged to address their hesitation to support a revolutionary idea meant to enhance the whole music community. Suge Knight's sharp question highlighted the urgent need for unity and support for a groundbreaking project intended to provide pathways, providing vital resources to every party involved. Suge had already distanced himself from Irv before he agreed to join his venture, but he was still able to secure support from nearly every powerful executive in the black record label scene, with a notable exception of Jay-Z and Diddy. Rumors suggest that Jay-Z and Diddy have cut ties with federal authorities and mysterious figures in lofty locations. Diddy's estrangement from his father, Melvin Combs, is said to have started in 1972, when Melvin was fatally shot under unclear circumstances. Melvin had connections to Harlem's infamous Crime Lord Frank Lucas. According to Gan Deal, Melvin was betrayed by his own associates, who cast a shadow over his death. Fast forward to 1997, when Diddy barely avoided a similar fate by avoiding bullets that were allegedly originally intended for Biggie Smalls, their lives intertwined in a perilous world.
Let's stop this, man. Let's stop doing these interviews, man, about this, because people ain't getting it. He did not want the beef with the Crips. Puff ain't want the beef with the Dog Pound, Snoop them or whatever. Big started that beef. You understand what I'm saying? Puff ain't want none of that beef. So what I'm gonna do is, y'all want the sheep? I'm gonna put them out the pasture.
Despite grave accusations, there is conjecture surrounding Diddy's purported connections to law enforcement, suggesting that these relationships may protect him from investigations. This was especially true when news of the claims broke. TMZ first alluded to a covert NYPD investigation into Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy in November, but it quickly rectified itself hours later, claiming that the NYPD had falsely denied any continuing investigation of Diddy's affairs in. Later in 2022, Kanye West sparked a firestorm of controversy when he openly accused Diddy of having concealed ties to law enforcement, a man known for his outspoken criticism of dubious people in the music business. Kanye refused to hold back when Diddy contacted Kanye personally following his audacious accusations, resulting in a face-to-face meeting. Kanye then resorted to social media, posting screenshots of their chats, including one in particular. Inflammatory message in which he challenged Diddy to partake in illicit activities. Diddy quickly replied, offering to meet Kanye in person and asking for information on the meeting location. This drama was only beginning to play out a year before Cassie filed her litigation.
I can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go.
In response, Kanye severely threatened Diddy and angrily refused to meet with him. Diddy insisted on seeing Kanye's address and telling him not to worry, but Kanye was unyielding. In addition, in his Drink Sham interview, Kanye reiterated his accusations against Diddy, calling him a fed because of his alleged ties to law enforcement.
Poison me, and by the way, y'all done already with me so much. Y'all already black mirrored me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends.
If you liked this video, be sure to watch some of our others that are displayed on the screen.